Actually, the bathroom and the toilets were like queued up in the morning, so it was hell, man. And the toilets were dirty, the bathroom was waterless, man. You go in thinking you're clean, but you're coming out, you feel even more dirty, man. But you know you have to start somewhere, right? Keja ni mabati manze, ile jirani akifanya vituko zake huko hivyo, mtu wangu wezi itabidi umetoka. Una get? Itabidi tu umetoka ama utafute ufungulie hata ufa ID. It's night time. So you have to go out, do a few rounds because the neighbor is very busy doing some shit. No, you can't sleep.
Hello, welcome back to Gante's Creation. We are back with another one, another of my friend. His name is Kamarley. This is the season 2, episode 5 of the Journey series. Kamarley is here just to explain and show us how he found himself into the career that he is at the moment. And the aim of this show is just to teach, empower, motivate somebody. You never know, somebody out there who is doing something just to improve on his life. Hopefully we will learn 1 or 2 things from his journey. And yeah, Mr. Kamarley, welcome.
Thank you, my guy. Yeah?
Karibu sana. Yeah.
Welcome to Gante's Creation. As my colleague had said, my name is Kamarley. Welcome again. And this is my story from where we started until wherever we are right now. So this is after Form 4. They don't know if I can remember the year or not. I'm not sure. It's been a long time, man. Long journey coming here. So after Form 4, it was like still living with moms. Si vijana wa ghetto tunaelewa venye kuna kijana ndogo, so we still like we had a small room somewhere, and then we're looking of ways to live so that we can have our own privacies and everything. So I had a hustle from high school. I used to like pick students from high school, get a nice bus, and after that we'll fill it, and then from there bring them to Nairobi. So apparently I would say tukachukua manyanga tunaendea Masude hadi Murang'a, Thika, wapi tunajaza gari na debe, imepimpiwa kila kitu, it was there. So from there we make sure that we double the prices so that at least you could get something into your pockets. Huh?
And by the way, at that time, were you staying in boarding or day school?
No, actually, me, I did not go to day school. If I went to day school, manze, I think I wouldn't be here right now. I would be something else. So my mom knew I was a very, very stubborn guy. So the only way he could like tame me was like taking me very far away from home. Yeah, away from home. So at least it will be hard for me to involve myself into some things. Huh? So I was in Murang'a. So I was like a million miles away from home. So the easiest way to make money, of course, you cannot ask your parents for everything. They would give you whatever they have, and then the rest you do it for yourself. So I was introduced to the hustle by a guy of mine who was called Kim. Kim was like, he was a smart guy. So that's what I would say. He was like money smart and street smart. So he told me like we tuko na mboka tunaweza fanya after school and everything. So So we'll agree on a price. Maybe like, for example, if from Murang'a until Nairobi, the prices are like 500, we will keep it at maybe like 800, maybe 1,000, so that at least we could get something small for our pockets. And then the driver and the tout would count the seats, and then we would agree maybe the fares is like 600, so the 200 on top is ours. So you get. So and then after that we will just go with an empty car. Back then ilikuwa sama ni kirai juu haina kitu. So nayo all the way until Murang'a. From there, when we are almost into the city, the town, we tell the driver to crank up the music. So yeah, so that they can hear all the way from wherever we used to get the people. Maybe like it was Murang'a town, so it was like a small town. There were cars and everything parked there, the Nissans that would take students home. So when we are nearing, karibia tu hapo hivyo naambia dere manzi meno mbili. Kadere najua vinafaa icheze. The speakers were loud. The car was well looking, well washed and everything. So we would get into, at least before you go, you should have like tulikuwa na mabesti wengine kadhaa tumeweka huko hivyo wenye watakusanya mbogi. Heading into the town, people will be like, hey, nini inachuna hivyo man? Nini inachuna? So everyone will be looking in our direction as we come, and then this Nganya drivers, so they know how to wanajua kuchachisha wanajua proper. So the car would go into Murang'a like bouncing, and people like, I'm going with this one over there. This is the one I'm going with home, and say. So and then from there we go, and then you're like, you fill the car. You even used to carry even excess sometimes, because everyone wants to carry into the car. Because from what I understand, not like a lot of people used to do that back then. It was just like an opportunity that we saw that would make us like a few bucks on the side, so at least we wouldn't be broke. And so we used to get out of school, change all of our clothes. So the only thing that used to remain is it's only our pants. The rest was we had like back then beach shirts were the thing. Yeah, you understand. So we had all flowers, all very nice shoes, new ones every time. So from the business, you used to go directly to Gikomba, like directly. Even nothing else. Even after Gikomba, there were these big chapatis, very big ones there. So we went to certain kibandas, and you cannot even finish two. Let me tell you the truth. Because they used to use this very, very big pan. I'm not from a rich background, so I would say I'm from a humble background. So most of the things you have to do them by yourself. Because going back to school, they'd give you like 1,000, 2,000, and then you have to spend that for the whole of the term.
Plus shopping, plus everything.
Yeah, so plus shopping, plus everything. So once I think, ndio nianze hii hustle, there's this time I went to supermarket. And then people were like pushing trolleys, and I'm going to school, and then I'm like, kwani mnaenda kufungua super man, ama ni nini? So me, I had a small basket. So all I bought was the essential mafuta ya kujipaka, like the Vaseline, toothpaste, and I think the shoe polish, and what else? There was something in that basket, and Fanta Passion. So my basket had like almost at the tops like 5 things. And then there was a lady on my side. She was a girl also. She used to study in Murang'a or something. So she asked me, my guy, what's going on? Is this all the shopping that you need for the whole time? And I was like, of course, I'm a guy. I don't need a lot, you see. So as long as I'm eating and I'm sleeping, my mafuta kujipaka, shoe shine, hizo ndio essentials. Ka toothpaste unaelewa, ndio kupiga swaki asubuhi. So the rest you could like go to school, hustle everything inside there. The sugars, everything else, the BB, sweets, everything, anything else, any other thing you needed, you get it from the school. Because we had like rich kids who like come with everything, even with the excess. And then before even the time is over, their parents would come back again to replenish whatever they had carried. So I was like, why should I buy all this stuff? Whereas I know there's someone who has everything. I had that mindset. So after we met these guys in the city, they were like, boys, go home. I don't know what you're doing in town and everything, so please go home. So we said, okay, we'll go home. And then we had the small cabs and the dressing codes of guys from Kawangobera. I think everyone understands. So
The bad boys.
yeah, the bad boys, because we came from very, very harsh background, so you have to be one, either you're a bad boy or someone will step all over you, man. So it was like that. So from there we like, we said, okay, we'll go home, no problem. And then we continued the journey. So in the streets of town, these guys were like just like what they were in for us. Those they were just following us step by step. So as we were going home, they came from nowhere. Shackles on our hands, everyone was arrested, and all of us 6 guys were arrested. They told me to throw my cup in the there was a sewer line that was passing along. They told me to remove that cup and throw it in the sewer line. So I did. And if you know, like cops from town, how they are, they're very harsh. If you start arguing, they'll slap you, they'll beat you up and everything.
They can even shoot you.
Yeah, man. So instead of like me arguing, I just like did whatever they were asking. I had a friend, and then he was like, he was very loud mouth. So he started arguing with the cops, asking what tumefanya nini, hakuna kitu tumefanya and everything. So whatever happened after that, hey man, it was an ordeal. The guy was slapped. He was thrown to the ground. The guys were stepping on him, and then we were like, don't do that, man. It's not good. Yeah. We said we will cooperate. We'll do everything, no problem. So we were arrested, and then we were taken to Kamukunji. So apparently, because my mom was like was very harsh, like very, very harsh. If he told you I will kill you today, I promise you, she will kill you. Eh? So I was afraid to call my mom and everything, and call my dad. But apparently, I had some cash. You know, usually like after we were paid, we told you we were just like from a gig, but they didn't have like much. They had like 1,000 and everything. So what I did, we went in, and then the guys were asking for too much money. We were booked at the OB, and then we were like told like we were mugging people in Nairobi. Actually, we were not doing anything, but the cops, because they were looking for a reason to get money and everything. We were written for mugging people in Nairobi. Actually, I've never even stolen from anyone. So after mugging, we were put in the cells maybe like for a couple of hours. I think it was even not a couple of hours. It was like, because it was around like afternoon, and you know when you are arrested in the afternoon, no one will come until the next day. So we slept there, and then that place is pathetic. I would say that. I never thought I would be arrested in such a situation. So we were arrested by the guys, and then we were taken to Kamukunji. So that day in the evening, because of course, even if you're a prisoner, you have to eat. So I don't know where we used to get this food from. The food used to come in polythene bags. There used to be like rice cooked with, I think there were rotten tomatoes, I think, because that rice used to smell like no one's business, you get? And then there was also tea, also in polythene bags. It looked like, yeah, tea in polythene bags. So this tea used to look like dirty water. I don't know if it was just like tea leaves and then like a drop of milk, I don't know. So because we were hungry, of course, we had to eat, but the food was pathetic, man. So we spent the night there, and then the next day I was like, no, man, I can't stay here anymore. So I paid for my bail with the money I had. So I paid like 5,000, and then I was released. So I had to go. When I went out, they gave me back my phone and everything. So I had to call the guys. I called their parents, and they called everything. So they came and get them out of the prison and everything. No, the jail cell. So it was a bad ordeal. From my perspective, I've seen a lot, but whatever happened in the hands of those police in Nairobi, it wasn't pleasant. I wouldn't wish that for anyone. I mean. So ever since that day, so to avoid such situations, I did like a couple of, maybe a few more gigs, like first one, second one, and then we were done with it. So that was like after high school, we tried to do something else, because that gig was paying good money, but because of the risks and everything, and then the crackdowns were even more severe and all that. The police would be everywhere. If you're arrested, you're going to go to court and everything. So to avoid having a record to myself, I just like stopped that. So after high school, I was at home. I had like a bit of money saved up. So I started maybe like a small chipo kibandas. So just make with this small fast food stand. I used to just, like sell mandazis in the morning, and then in the afternoon I used to do like fries and everything.
That was after high school.
Yeah, that's what after high school. So because I had some money saved up, I bought like the big pan, and then I used to do like some firewood. Firewood back then was like, it was cheaper compared to now because everyone is cutting trees and then no one is planting. So I used to do like mandazis in the morning. So because after school everyone would be like, Daddy, I want chipo, and then they would give you like 20 shillings, maybe 10. Go buy some fries and then you take with your tea and
Where
everything.
was this, by the way?
This is actually in Kawangware. So it was like in Kawangware there's this place just like next to Kawangware Primary. There's a place there. That's where we used to do this. Since back then I was like business oriented. I love money, of course. It made good money. Per day maybe I had like 500 tops. After I removed everything, the potatoes, the oil, the firewood, I had like maybe like 400 left on a day's work, because it depends. If it was on a busy day, we would make money. Or if sometimes, so after that we opted to do like add a few things to the small kibanda. I had a friend who had a freezer, so we used to mix some food colors, some sugars, and mix these tube ice cubes. Yeah, they used to go for I think a shilling. That's why, yeah, back then we used to every kid you could see him with the tube. We used to mix all the sugars in a big bucket and then put them in the tubes and everything. And then after that, put them in a freezer overnight, and then the next day we sell them. So we had to rent for a small cooler box so that because of the sun, of course, they would stay chilled. So we sold them for some time. We made some money, but it was not like enough, because the more you're out in the world, the more needs you have. You want to move out of your mom's house. You want to dress well. You want to do all that. But back then, it was hard, but we coped. So after that, I got a friend of mine. They used to have like this water point, and the water point was actually the water point was like next to a place where we used to live with my mom and everything. So we started going there maybe a day or twice. Sometimes because in the morning and then in the afternoon we were working, right? And then we opted to do something else, something different. See if we will make more money. See if things will change. So I asked maybe if I could sell water after they drilled the hole. It was like a borehole. Then they did like some car wash on the side. They were selling water, some jerrycan waters. Personally, the pay from the water was not that good as I expected, because I thought maybe because we're selling like a lot of jerrycans. So it was a new spot, and the water was like cleaner than other spots that were around the place. So we sold water like jerrycans. Per jerrycan we sell like 5 shillings. And the small jerrycans would be like 2 shillings or something, and then we used to have the rollies, the big rollies, and then a car wash on the side.
So it belongs to the parents to your friend? Or
yeah, the parents to my friend.
So how did you come in?
So apparently the guy that the friend that we used to like the parents used to own the borehole. We used to be like in the same primary school back then. So after that, after high school we linked up again, just because they were, I think they were kind of rich. They would say they were well off. You know, the people that the grandparents, and they had like properties and everything. Yeah. So after that, I thought like I would start like doing something in the same place. Sometimes the water point was not busy, but there was a car wash at the back. The car wash sometimes it was very busy, and they needed like people to wash cars and everything. So nikaamua tu nianze kazi ya car wash chini ya maji pole pole. This is after high school, maybe a month, maybe 2 months down the line, maybe 3, 4. So after the chipo stand and the mandazis and the ice, the tube ice and everything. And then we moved to water point, and then from water point to tukaingia car wash. So car wash used to make good money. Funny thing, because per car it would be like body wash and the interior wash would be like 250 Kenyan shillings.
That's the saloon car.
Yeah, the small saloon cars, and then the big cars like the Land Cruisers and everything will be like 300, maybe 500, comparing on the type and everything on whatever they want to be done. There was the detailing, there was the carpet wash, the engine wash and everything. So I I think from since back then, I always try and be better at whatever I do, so that I can stand out. So I had like a couple of customers used to come, and then they're like, all of them they're looking for me. So if I'm not around, they'll say, no, I'll come back tomorrow, because I used to clean the cars very nicely. I used to, there was this pressure wash, we used to do under wash, engine wash, inside everything, the doors, the windows. So I used to do my cars very nicely. I would take my time, even though I know we have a couple of cars, but I used to take my time, do the right job.
Yeah, you don't hurry for
No.
the next car.
It's like slow but sure. It reached a point because a normal saloon car would be like 250. Because of the job I'd done, I would like raise the fee to 350. But by the guy just like checking how the job is done, he would even argue. He doesn't know even it's supposed to pay like 250. I was like, if you think like 350 is too much, just check your car. So the guy used to go inside, check the carpets, check the boots, check the wheels, and then he's like, okay, no problem, I'll pay you 350. So I'm supposed to give the other guy 100 shillings.
The owner.
Yeah, the owner of the car wash, because of the water and the electricity and the soap and everything. So I'm supposed to give him 100 shillings. So if I make 350, meaning I keep how many?
That's 250.
Exactly, I keep 250. After that, I got like a lot of customers. Every time they were looking for me. Even like big lorry drivers, they used to pay like 700. We charge them like 1,000 and everything. So in a roll, we used to give the guy like 400 shillings. And then if you're like two guys, we eat like 150 shillings. So I did that for some times. It gave me good money. I saved some money. I bought some clothes. I bought a few things that I needed along the way. So, and then I started paying for my bed. So I paid for my bed for some time. So the small money I get on the side, I pay for a bed. It was like I think like 6,000 shillings. I also bought my mattress and everything. So after all that, I decided like I need to move out. But you know, houses in Kawangware are very expensive, man. It's like a small town because everyone wants to live near the city. I went to Kanungaka. This is a place. There were very cheap houses, but the issue was that the security was very poor. So you could buy like things today, and then when you come in the evening, it's a hall. You have nothing. So it's like you bought everything like the other day, and then the next day everything is stolen. So I bought a few things. I bought a small ufa. I bought a mattress, a small bed. I think that's what I started with, and maybe a few blankets that I came from high school because I was keeping good care, take care of my things. So I had these like 2 blankets. I bought the mattress, the bed, small ufa, maybe like 2 sufriyas and everything, small stove, so that I can start my life. Still, I'm in my mom's house. So after that, I decided to get my driving license for the small money I was getting from the car wash. So I went and got my driving license. So after that, things happened. 1, 2, 3. I moved out. I went to a small place. Cho ilikuwa huko nje. Nile ukiamka asubuhi man tati.
Kutembea mzai.
Hata si kutembea, mpangio line. Yeah, there was a very queue. Actually, the bathroom and the toilets were like queued up in the morning. So it was hell, man. And the toilets were dirty. The bathroom was waterless, man. You go in thinking you're clean, but you're coming out, you feel even more dirty, man. Because they were pathetic, but you know you have to start somewhere, right? So after that, we did a few things. So we moved out, maybe like a year or something. After we had like amassed a few, actually the rent there were like 2,000, I guess, most probably. Keja ni mabati manze, ile jirani akifanya vituko zake huko hivyo, mtu wangu wezi la itabidi umetoka. Una get? Itabidi tu umetoka ama utafute ufungulie ufuata ufa isaidii. Sasa itabidi umetoka, you know it's night time. So you have to go out, do a few rounds because the neighbor is very busy doing some shit. No, you can't sleep, you can't do shit, and then you know you're alone. You don't have a girlfriend or anything. Or even if you have a girlfriend, it usually comes like once in a while. Right?
You can't keep her.
Yeah, of course, because you can't afford the expenses and an extra person, and you're still like struggling for yourself. So you have to move out, go make a few rounds, and you know it's at night, and that place is like very dangerous. Like a lot of thugs. Everyone is like standing at the corner waiting for you to come so that they can steal from you. So even if you went outside, you don't carry anything. You go in the shorts, slippers, no phone, no nothing. So even if you meet with them, bro, sina any. Even if you try to steal from me, I have nothing. You see? But I guess from staying there and passing through that area, and also like a couple of guys that live around those areas were like people like we went to primary school, the same years, maybe
The guys
along.
you know.
Yeah, people like I know. So it was not like a bit safer for me because even if they were like mugging people, I was safer because I knew them, but not in a way that we do mugging together. No, we're just like classmates back in I don't know, because life is hard back at home. They had to do what they had to do to put like, yeah, it is what it is. So they had to put like meals on their in the table and they have to eat. And you know, boys back vijana wa girls unajua lazima mabling, viatu and everything. And because they don't have jobs, what do you think they're doing? When you're coming from work, they'll wait for you. So either they cooperate or, you know, they'll beat you up and they'll take everything. You'll go home in dents and everything. So the best thing was just give them your phone, give them the money that you have. If you have a nice shoe, you'll go home and they were barefooted. So that's what happened. So after that, maybe a year or so, I started like doing a couple of inquiries to get better jobs, do something different because, you know, kazi ya kaosh manzili kumfanya mikono zangu zinaka kama msee wa mjei bana. Wala zimekatika ni rough, even manzi hawezi dara mtoto wenyewe. You get. So the place the water point that I used to work in, the same car wash, there was this car that came from Java House. They had like a very big water lorry. It used to come there. We used to wash it. And after that, sometimes we used to like, I would be like, I'm not busy, can we go to Java, can I see the branches and everything? So I would jump into the lorries. Yeah. So and then we used to take water into the Java branches. So I once went to this Java branch. It was like Hurlingham. There's a branch that is just next to the petrol station. Man, this place looked good. Very nice. The red seats, the chairs, the flowers on the side, the uniform, the guests that are there. It was like very enticing. Huh? So yeah, the class was there. Back then, you know, Java was there. If you had a girlfriend and then take them to Java, man, there's nothing else to say. You're already in the game. So I asked the guy, the driver, how did you get a job in Java House and everything? So he told me like there's a website. You go, you put your credentials, you put your everything, the CV, and then you wait for an interview or maybe you wait for them to pick you. So I didn't even have a CV back then. I just had my DL and my papers from high school.
So your CV basically, if you write the CV, is just I sold mandazi,
Exactly, but you know you can't put that into your CV. So even if you put that, you say I was in sales. So they don't know what kind of sales you're doing, you know. So I was in sales and marketing. But the sales and marketing, you know, they were selling mandazi and marketing ice creams. So that's what we did. So after that, I went to a cyber. I didn't have even a laptop. I had like a very small phone. It couldn't do such shit. So I went to a cyber cafe. I looked for a few things on how to write the best CV and all that, because the position, the thing that I didn't have even any experience, from what I understand. Didn't have experience for anything, but in Java there were no sales. Either you're a waiter, a barista, a cook, or you're working behind the house, like washing utensils and stuff. So the only way I could get into Java was be a steward. So steward is a fancy name. Kosha vyombo huko nyuma. So unaget. So I applied for a steward. I wrote my CV with the cyber cafe guy, and then I just put a few things. No references, no nothing. It was just like vague, just names, high school, anything, and the small jobs that I did, selling mandazi. So I put it like sales. So after that, I applied the first time. Nothing came. I'm still doing my car wash job and everything. Sometimes I am like riding water lorries and everything. I get a few things, 1, 2, 3 here and there. So you see, I'm still living in Kanungaga, and it's not safe. So I applied the second time. So I think, I don't know what happened, but I think there was like a big queue of people. They're applying left, right, center. So I didn't get even the second time. So I usually think like that says they say that time is a charm. So I thought like, okay, fuck it, I'll do it that time. I did it that time. You know, actually the first thing is that I didn't think even they would pick me because the CV was too vague, man. Like too vague. It had nothing. And then from there, they called me.
Shit.
And I was like, you know, actually, me and my guys, we used to play jokes on each other. So we used to call and then we were just like pretending like he's an official guy and everything. So we say, hello, I'm from I don't know what and then everything. I'm offering you a job and I'm like, you motherfucker, I know you're the one. So stop playing with my head, you see. So when they called me, I thought actually it was a joke from
Your guys.
yeah, from my guys, and I was like, eh banze, fanya hivi manze, sasa hivi nimechoka, acha kunichezea akili. Jumize hizi game hizi zimekuwa too much manze. Mimi natafuta kazi washinda umenichezea hapa hivi ukijifanya wewe ni hotero. So I was very pissed actually. No, and then actually it was a lady. She called from Java and then she was like, no, it's not a prank. I'm actually from HR. When I had the name HR, I know this motherfucker does not say that. Jamaa do HR. I don't HR wapi. So when I had HR, I was like, okay. So I was like, sorry, I have a couple of guys, manze kila saa wananichezea 2 games, manze. So that's why I was like very rude and I apologize for being rude. So he told me like, yeah, we saw your application and we're going to invite you for an interview. So you should like come here like next 2 weeks on Tuesday morning, maybe around 8 and everything. I was like, okay, yeah, the position I applied for steward, yeah. I said, okay, thank you. I appreciate actually for the chance and I will not fail you. And I said, okay, no, you just come, you will go for an interview, you'll tell them all that. Okay. So personally, I had nothing to wear. So just I get only the t-shirt. Katisho. Ofisi wapi? Ofisi wapi mtu wangu? Hauna t-shirt, hauna shati, hauna trouser unaweza piga, hauna kiatu official, you have nothing. So nilikuwa na timber sport fulani ya black. So nilikuwa do the only way naweza dunga ni timber sport yangu ya black.
At least ionekane.
Nikaenda timber sport yangu nikaipiga dai vizuri, nikaeka chini kitanda juu nika kwa join na yangu kwa fani. Nikapiga dai. Sasa sikuivaa hiyo wiki mzima and the next week chini ya bed. Dai kashika vizuri nikapiga suede. Mazee kiatu iko na kama mpya. So nikaenda nako chini kuna business tango fae. They usually like sell khakis, very nice khakis. They're very cheap khakis. I don't know where they get them from, maybe Dogi Komba or something. Very nice khakis. I bought one khaki. And then I went to Kawangware market, I bought like a shirt. Actually it was like a 150 cash. I think even mia unapata tu shati. So nikabai shati, nilikuwa bag, nikapeleka fundi kashiko kiasi, traupe kama ikafanya mambo yake. Nikaona kiatu siko pia. So I went, I took a shave. So this guy usually, it was like my barber from very long time ago. Gave me a very nice shave. I was looking very nice actually in the morning. So nikapiga shati yangu pasi vizuri. Hata pasi siko na jirani. Sidie pasi tu dakika 15 tiketeke. So nikapiga pasi, nikaprint CV ya mimi. Nikapiga kaki yangu mzee timber sport yangu. Mzee ukaniangalia hivyo ukaona $1 million guy. Huyu jamaa amepiga casual mbaya. Fake it till you make it. So mimi nikapiga nikatokelezea. Kufika huko hivyo mzee. So unajua mimi yule mzee ndarau. Nitaamka mapema ile na way that I'll be there very early in the morning. So I woke up very early before the sun was out. So wakaniambia interview kwa ABC place, Westlands. Mimi Westijo, the last time I checked nilikuwa club. So that's you ABC place iko wapi. So mimi nafika kuna mri wangu akaniambia gari za West na kuna kule chini hapo tu 48 kuna gari zinanga West. So ukipanda 48 uombe tu kushukishia ABC watakuweka. So mimi nikaenda hapo hivi nikalipa ilikuwa 30 bob asubuhi. The place was nice. Tall buildings and everything, glass. So I went in. I asked the security guy, where is the offices for Java? So he told me, you're supposed to go this way, block 3. I don't know, second floor and everything. So I went. Getting there, actually, I was like, that guy. People were not there because I was like an early bird. I got there very early. So mimi nikapigwa interview yangu, teke. Before nitoke, mzee ile nilikuwa hapo hivyo mtu wangu. Ungefikiria manzeni ungoro yote imeitwa. Kulikuwa na wasi wengi, so I was like, it's better that I came very early in the morning and then kasoti story. So I got into Java. So after that, I did the interview. I was told they will give you feedback like in a few weeks or something. So after the interview, I went home. Nafika mtaa mbogeni nisamse ulikuwa umepiga suti. Sasa nikunienjoy sipiga suti, ni shati tu ya kioo na kakio. Unaget? Naambia manze nikunienjoy bana. Unaget? So mimi nikamwambia nimetoka hivi nilikuwa nafuta wera. At least one kama ya tuongeza mapato. So after that, after a day or 3, they called me. They told me, you've gotten the job, but you start as steward, and then you have to come to ABC on Monday morning so that you can sign the contract and everything, get your uniform, the deputation and everything. So on Monday morning, mimi huyo nguo zangu karae tena zikafuliwa tu zile. Hiyo siku haikuwa ni kitu official sana, nikapiga duty show, nikatokelezea. So nikapatiwa paper, nikasign, so nikaanza kazi kama steward. I was still young mzee. See, I was that old. So my first deployment nikapitumwa. The same branch ile ni nice nilitumwa. Halingam. So Halingam karibu na Ongwaro. So asubuhi hapo ni Mbao Madhati. So nikatumwa Halingam cast steward. Halingam na job back then mzee ilikuwa busy. Kana nonsense. Hapo nyuma kulikuwa na Domino's, hakukuwa na KFC, ilikuwa tu ni Halingam ilikuwa na hiyo section. Vitu zingine unaona grill for the first time, kuna fridges zingine manzee massive, kuna kila kitu, kuna chakula zingine manzee hata huko unazinanga tu kwa TV. Sio huko manzee ni wapi nimekam. Mimi niko duze afu unajua nimetoka kazi casual. So hii ni kama sosa. Kuosha vyombo inanipea wasiwasi. Hizi nipea wasiwasi. Alafu funny thing ni ati nikaenda huko nikapata chef mother. She was a very very nice lady actually. So mimi historia kuosha vyombo manzee kidogo ilikuwa tough. Unajua maji manzee kuchina kwa maji na shughuli za kifua, homa and everything, but si unacheki sasa manzee mimi historia maji ilikuwa inanipa wasiwasi. So nikamuaje acha ni specialize na kitchen sana, kufanya cleaning in the kitchen, ndio mademu wapige wash up. Nilikuwa ndanga wash up. So mimi siku ya kwanza nikapiga wash up, siku ya pili, siku ya tatu. So mimi nimeingia, kuna demo alikuwa hapo ndanga Morin Bundi. Hadi leo sio think bado kama kwa Java ama kwa wapi. So yeye amenipiga intro, hii ni machine ina operative. So unajua ile mashine ya kuosha vyombo ina operative, hii ni pot sink, hapo tunashema sufuria na kila kitu. Nikwambia wazi. Sasa kama ingia. Kwa busy. Mimi nikaosha mtu wangu na sweat. Ni kubaya. Ngangana tu ni ukisongeshanga. Kimbizanga mbele. So mimi actually siko naenda mbele. Mimi kuna ziosha na zisukuma. So someone else comes and carry the utensils, anapeleka mbele. So after that maybe
kwenda orientation, apelekangi orientation Adams.
Orientation inakujanga, lakini sasa cheki hiyo ilikuwa siku ya kwanza juu kulikuwa na msee alikuwa anatakana like immediately wapi?
Haraka.
So after hapo hivyo sasa nikaambiwa next week mnaenda Adams training. Nikamwambia ina mambo nikaenda training. Tukaonesha venye keje inafaa ioshe. Lakini sasa hizi ni vitu basic mtu. Unaona kupiga usafi man. Kushika tu mop, kuosha vyombo mzee na sabuni. Hizo ni vitu mimi already ni vitu najua kufanya. Una get juu ile house limetoka mimi ni first born. So unajua kupiga usafi, najua everything, nimekuwa nikisha vyombo mtaani. Hapo ni vitu kuna mashine, kuna sabuni zingine hujaiona. Unateki? After that nikarudishwa Halingam tena. Mimi nimekaza kutoka sasa after orientation mimi nikuja kama nimeenda kitchen direct. Jikoni nikapiga shughuli yangu miezi kadhaa, kajiuliza nini nakunga huko mbele. Juu kila saa niko huko nyuma bana. So I decided to go in front. So when I went in, and then that's when I got into my first counter. Like my first counter, man. So I'm seeing like this very nice machines. I'm like, hey bana. Machine inakaa Lamborghini. Mimi tumezoea Nescafe mtaani ndio nakoroga na maji umalizana hiyo story. So I was like, these machines they look very nice. So that's when I met like my first Lamazoko machine. So I was like very very interested to know how the workings of the machine. So and then there was this pressure of una train wapi, where you training man, because as a steward of course you want to upgrade and become something more. So I was like I want to become a barista. So that's when that's after seeing the machines, that's when I got the interest of becoming a barista and knowing how to make coffee and everything. So the next following week I was like I think I should start my training. So I was like okay, because unaelewa ukiwa mtaani jo masaa ya kutrain hakuna. So either uko morning shift ama uko evening shift. Morning shift inaanza kutoka by 6 unafaa kuwa Wera. Kimi chance kufiche. For that nilikuwa branch. For that mimi niko branch nishapiga shughuli nyingi, mkiingia 6 mimi nakunywa chai. Yani nilikuwa that hard work. Mwanzo yenyewe nilikuwa nimetafuta hiyo Wera in a way that nataka tu manze kazi si ngumu lakini bado inafanyika. So mimi before that nilikuwa Wera. Just unajua ninakaa ni hapo tu unatoka topo nachukua gari ya Gevao niko Wera. For that niko Wera. Nyinyi mkikuja 6 nishamaliza kazi yangu yote. Unaelewa kazi ya steward ni gani? Cleaning, manze, see the toilets, see the kitchen. Unaweza washe home fries, sijui ufanye nini, ureceive vitu zote. Wewe uko unafanya kazi asubuhi. So me the coming so it was like the next week, but it was like a new month. I was like I need to start training. So after my shift, every time I used to like go at the back, rest for like an hour or something, maybe sleep sometimes, you know, because when you wake up early, you feel sometime like around like 3 when you're supposed to go home and say you're very sleepy, you're tired. So I went in front and I was like, can I get some coffee, because I was out. So the guy gave me like a nice coffee.
Even don't know what
Mimi nasijua ice coffee, hii kahawa ni nyeusi na sina kahawa mimi siona koroga. So kanipea ice coffee, kaniwekea maziwa kiasi. Alafu nikamwambia, maziwa kahawa si ni kali jo. So uko na sukari? Mimi niko na sukari zile za nini, zile sukari za sachets. Kaambia hapana, tuko na syrup. So mimi kwa syrup nikapewa syrup nikamix na kahawa yangu nikakunywa. So ile energy ndio kwa ile kahawa sijui. Ilikuwa strong. Mimi nikaamka nikaenda saa mbele. So from there I started like training and everything. 2 months down the line, I was like, because I think I'm a fast learner, 2 months down the line I'd like gathered a few things. Nilikuwa na knowledge ya kahawa juu. Most of the time kama siko, if I'm not working, I'm training. So sometimes I used to wake up early, go. In the mornings they are not like that. After maybe like 11, it's less busy. So I learn a few things. I do some recipes. We do some making of coffee and how it's supposed to look, some iced teas and all that. So after that, I trained for a month, the second month, third month. So the third month, at the end of it, kulikuwa na exam. So I've been training for 3 months. Ifika point, napewa station ishike. Basi bado niko steward, hadi imefika point nakosana na chef juu siko jikoni.
yani akili yako tu.
Sasa kichwangu iko wapi? Kwa counter already. Juu mimi already kichwangu shaitoka jikoni. Mimi sasa si steward anymore. Nishaji name barista na before ni name. So already mimi najua mimi sasa nishakuwa bari. Yeye Rosafi. Mimi huyo exam. Tuka exam mimi nilikuwa najua hii inaweza pita, konde aje ama aje ai. Exam yangu kwanza mimi nachafua mzee vibaya sana. Exam natoka ananiambia, mzee umepita exam kwa zile za kuna mtu amenishow. Hapana iko pale kwa notice board. Unajua kulikuwa na notice board pale kwa kama notification mimi napata niko 97. Pass mark ilikuwa 75. Niko sete mbaya. So nikajua hii couple of weeks niko barista. So couple of weeks zimekaa, chef hataki nitoke jikoni. Jule kazi niendelea jikoni mwanzo ni amazing. Anafaa kunitisha replacement, ajaitisha replacement. Sengine tunang'ang'ana wote they already promoted. Mr. Chef manze, what's going on? Replacement yangu inatoka wapi? So ilifika point tukakuwa na commotion na chef juu chef hataki kucha nini replacement yangu ndio nataka nitoke jikoni. Kwamba but unajua sisi kwa steward for life. So at the end of it kuna wasi wanakujanga, they call like multi-unit managers. I got a chance to talk with one. And I was like, I passed my examinations. I did everything I'm supposed to do the right way, but replacement yangu was taking like too long. 3 weeks later, no replacement. Again, so I had to complain and everything. So after I talked to the multi-unit, so he fast forward kila kitu, replacement ikakam. So mimi nikapigwa promo. Nikatumwa interview, same place, headquarters. Sasa nimerudi nikiwa na title nyingine tofauti, si steward. Mimi barista. So mimi nafika exam, nafika interview naulizwaje ile mashine yako pale mbele ya red inaitangwa nini? Naijua. Lakini sasa juu ya njeve nimesahau jina. Haikuji, mimi naambia inaitangwa espresso machine. Naambia yes inaitangwa espresso machine lakini it has a name. Tell us the name of the machine. Mimi nimetafuta kwa kichwa mzee nimeikosa. Kaambia it's okay. So make sure you go back to your branch, get the name of the machine. Get it? Kaambia ina mambo. Mimi nikafika nikaangalia machine na mazoko. Hiyo jina nilikuwa natafuta kuchona ikosa man. So after that I became a barista. I tried every time to perfect my art every time. So 2 months down the line manze I was like a very nice barista. and then ifika point hadi naachiwa shift peke yangu. Unajua ukiwa barista wewe bado ni barista trainee, so lazima kukuwe na msee bumper to bumper hapo hivyo, ati wewe toka tu hivi dakika mbili utapata umechoma kila kitu, una get. So barista trainee down the line 2 months I'm doing, so after promotion uko na probation period ya 3 months. 3 months and manze kijana anachangamuka huko mzee, na branch iko busy like no business. So goes to like 700k, maybe half a mil a day. Jua tuko busy. So mimi nimeshika kazi, everything is going accordingly. So ever since that day barista ikakuwa a part of me in a way that I feel comfortable around the machines, around the coffee. Afu kuna ile harufu ya kahawa msee ukiburu kahawa asubuhi, man. This is the best aroma ever.
Keja mzima tu ina.
Bana, hadi customer alikuwa customer is passing outside the road because of the smell of the coffee that you're brewing. My God, you just have to come in. So barista promotion, fast forward 3 months tukatumwa commissary. Those were like the go down of the Java house. Tukatumwa commissary, we went a couple of trainings, tukafanywa capping, tukaonyeshwa green bean. After that tukapelekwa farming, penye kahawa inagrowiwa and everything. We were shown the berries, how it's dried, how they do the pulping and everything. So at least I had knowledge of coffee, because even in Java they had like this roast machine, so at least tukajua roast profiles, how it's temperatures and everything. So nilikuwa na inside knowledge, yeah, not only how the coffee looks in the cup, but where it comes from. So down the line, a year and a half, the guy is working hard. I'm like I'm always trying to grow and everything. So 2 years down the line, there was another exam. This time, exam ni ya senior barista. Mimi nimejitambua hii kazi ninazofanya mtu wangu, kwani ni nini? Si a few of records, a few of people management, but unajua records si ngumu. People management manze, it's very hard. Unajua kudeal na watu wazima ni ngumu. So I did my examination, good marks as always. Manze, I was always in my books, always. Tukaenda akaniambia, so we give you this chance to become a senior barista, what will you change? So mimi niko zile sasa, unajua tu manze, kawaida coffee quality lazima niangalie, NPS I'll make sure iko 100, cleanliness of the counter manze, ikifika ni usafi manze, I don't play. Usafi unajua already tulikuwa tumeanzia kwa ground, so unajua venye inafaa ipigwe. So we did the cleaning and all that. So after that I got the position as a senior barista. So after that I had to be transferred from all the way from Hurlingham. I went for a couple of branches. I went to ABC, Baraka, I went to Seattle. I've been all over. So any place that the branch is not doing well, that's where I was taken. So if there's an issue like the cost is bad, the counters are dirty, the staff are not cooperating, manze, I was there. You get? So I was there. I was just like there to fix everything. So every branch I went, cost manze zilikuwa accordingly. Usafi iko on point, NPS I'm getting it. Staff manze, mimi sijui kuweka mtu. Umekuja una kazi, mimi nakulipa, you're being paid. So do the work. So most of the time we used to have like emotions, but it would be like friendly ones, because it's just like involving work. Yeah, so I became like a renowned senior barista. After that, after assistant in Kapata senior, head barista, and then from there, so I was like, I've done this. I'm already at the top. So kulikuwa na story ya multi-unit barista, but at the end of it ikatolewa. See what happened. So that was my aim. Nilikuwa nataka nikuwa sasa multi-unit barista, so nilikuwa at least mimi na oversee everything. Less work, more money. As always, we are going after the bag. So after a period of time wakatoa multi-unit baristas, and the positions were like limited, so not everyone could get it. So I thought like of becoming a manager. Niko na hapana, mimi sitaki kazi ya blood fucking huko mbele ati kila saa tusumbwana na wageni hizi. My art ama my passion and my heart is in coffee. Maybe like fast forward like how many years? Maybe 4 or 5 years down the line. Bado mimi senior barista, head barista. I'm doing my job as accordingly. So ikafika point Java kumekuwa na a lot of pressure about CCPs, about food safety and all that. So the job became more than just focusing on the art of coffee. You have to focus on too much recording, too much like CCPs and all that. And
What about the art?
yeah, the art of coffee. So now,
Paperwork.
exactly, there's too much paperwork. Most of the time you're just handling paperwork. You don't even have time to focus on whatever you're supposed to focus as a barista. So ikakuwa tiresome for me. Ikafika point nasikia tu manzi I'm a bit drained. And then they're not paying enough because they're paying, yes, they're paying to do the work, but the paperwork they're not adding any money. So wanakuongezea tu kazi lakini hawaongezi pesa. So mimi nikasema aje, I would rather look like for something else to do and maybe somewhere else. Maybe get like a bit of exposure, something like that. So mimi down the line nimepika tu shughuli. So the first time there was a commotion about CCPs. Kuna huyu demu anakujanga kufanya audits and everything, akuja akafanya audit. Mimi ever nilikuwa na 100. Hiyo ni counter yangu. So hiyo siku chef alikuwa na expired products in the kitchen. So apparently wamekuja multi unit na alikuwa tango Gwen alikuwa yeye ndo alikuwa anashughulikia mambo na food safety and everything. He was a very nice lady. She taught me like how to handle food, how to be clean and how to do generally about food safety. Nafika point wananiambia nafanya nige disciplinary. Nauliza disciplinary ya nini? Nataka unionyeshe audit yangu ya counter inasema ngapi? 100. So why am I being disciplined? Where is the issue in the kitchen? But they're like, you know, it's a branch in whole. So you are all of you are HOD. So you, the manager and the chef are supposed to light disciplinaries. I was like, no way. You know, I sometimes I'm sarcastic. So I was like, how much is the chef is being paid like almost 100K, right?
Yeah.
I'm getting like half of that. Not even half, maybe like a 3/4 of whatever he's getting. Same as to the manager, they're being paid a lot of money. So me can be no. You want me to run this disciplinary? You have to match whatever the chef is getting. Because if you're not matching that, I will resign today. And they're like, no, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. Just wanaona kama ni sarcasticness. Maybe then can be for real, Miss Andiki. I'm not going to write anything, no nothing. I'm not going to write. No, come out, you're rude. You know, this is supposed to be happening. These are just like formalities. I told him there's nothing that's like formalities, man. I do my job the right way. I come to job the right time. So back then in my mind, nimekuwa nikifanya research about diaspora na vitu kama hizo, nataka kutoka. Mimi nataka kutoka by the way. Imefika ile point nasikia I'm to the wall. Mzee do itoshi nimehamia sijui wapi na kabed sita manzi, nataka ganji, unadai kupiga luku. Even though niko na side hustles on the side, ndio na I was selling clothes. I started like a branding business because the money was not enough. So nikaanza Stubborn Pride. Stubborn Pride is a branding business. I used to do branding of cups, hoodies, t-shirts, and also I used to like small these like water bottles. Or even I used to like also brand them. So it depends. Whatever you want on the cup, on the t-shirt, on the hoodie, I'll do it. So I used to go and outsource the best hoodies, the best all of the resort. So I had like ilikuwa side hustle. Sometimes I used to bring like very good money. So I have the branding business. I'm selling shoes. I am still a barista and everything. So everything is going accordingly. So now money is coming in, everything is going good, and then COVID.
Shit.
Fucking shit. COVID manze nilishanga like 5 steps behind. You already so now niko na business run. So hizo hakuna mtu anashughulika na viatu. Hawezi enda kupiga sorting ya viatu anywhere because we are in a lockdown. Mask all over. So the business are not doing good. Even in Java we are doing like a couple of hours, so we are not getting the utmost pay that we are supposed to get. So it was hard for me. So manze tuko home, tuko unpaid leave. I am trying to do forex. From there actually your spare time when nilikuwa nafanya nikaanza ku learn forex. So I want to make money. I have to pay for house. I need to dress, I need to eat, I have to do all that. And then now you know I'm not in my mom's house. So I have to cater for everything. I have a girlfriend, sometimes he comes around, sometimes he's not there. So hizi vitu zina happen tu chini ya maji manze. COVID imekuja imetufuck up mbaya. Ile design ya we have nothing, you're getting half pay because you are like half the month you're working, half the month you're not working. So at least some people also can work, can get paid. So mimi nimekaa hivi na manze najiuliza kutaenda aje. Nafanya forex na 1 2 3. Still manze it's not enough because forex, so to get good money you have to have very nice money in the account. So I blew a couple of accounts by then. I lost like the small money that I kept for myself. I lost like 25 G's trying to trade manze. So nikaika on hold manze for some time. So nikaangalia what else can I do. I had a friend. I know you gotta do what you gotta do. I had a friend. This friend of mine, he was like, he had like connectivity with guys who used to like support, who used to sell marijuana from all types of, all corners of the world, man. Well, they used to bring it in rollies and all that. So I was like, the only option I have right now, Ningebi's. Because I had like 13K somewhere. I already paid my house for the next 2 months and I have like extra cash. So this money is either I use all of it, nibakie hivyo, ama I look for something to do because the hoodies and everything, no one is buying clothes at the moment because everyone is training, right? But you know, when it comes to marijuana, no matter all the time, man. Actually, this time right now, people have like a lot of free time. So all they're doing is just smoking this shit. So I was like, okay. I went. I told the guy I need like a couple of kilos, and I'll start selling. So I started the business with the 13,000. So at the end of me finishing my kilograms, I had double the cash, and still my money was in my pocket, and I was like, wow. So there's money in this business. So I'm saving from the money that I'm selling the marijuana from. So still, before COVID, I had applied for some jobs in diaspora, and I got a couple of offers from Arabica and from Ushk. They're located in Kuwait, but because of COVID, everything was under lockdown, so I couldn't do anything. Understand? So me, because I don't have a passport. Yes, I have the money, but I don't have a passport. We're under lockdown. I can't do anything. So me, what will happen? So I continued the business for some months, and then it got to a place it got risky because I had like too much people coming, too much money coming in. So it drew attention to me because I had neighbors and had children, so they saw it like it's unfit for me to sell whatever I was selling, and they have children, and then there's like a lot of people coming in and out from the place. Maybe it will like promote theft because you know you can't leave anything out. There's no shoes, not anything, because you know whoever are coming to buy, not everyone is a good person. So I had to shift and stop the business, even though I had saved up some money from the business. And then fast forward like a year or something, COVID was done. Maybe 2 years down the line, COVID time imeisha, sasa kila kitu imerudi. Not normal, but at least tuko tu tunajaribu kusurvive. Mask kila mahali, buffants, manze umefunikwa ni kama unataka kudedi man. Yeah, yaani kutoka tu wera hivi unasikia manze ni kama 5 kg ume lose tu, uko na shield, uko na mask, ndio yuko umevaa buffant. So during that time ndio every time manze you're covering your head. Mimi nani? My dreads came around manze. Yeah, so I was like, okay, fuck it. I'll just put dreads because I don't even have time to shave, because even going to shave it's an issue because of the COVID thing, and yeah, you understand. So unless you have a barber who's coming to the house. So the deal from Ushk was still pending. Arabica also, they were still like calling and then they're not calling, they're calling and then they're not calling. So by the time COVID was done, wakaniambia, they no longer have the space for me to go to Arabica. So I was like, okay, no problem. So what do? So I looked for a couple of options. I went to Instagram, I was looking. I called a couple of friends in Kuwait, I was looking. So I got a deal with Ushk. So Ushk, they offered me good money, but they're not offering like accommodation and everything. So sasa bado passport sija apply, nini sijafanya, sina kitu yoyote. So Ushk they're pressuring me, wanataka passport. Sina. So mimi nimeenda kwa website, manze nimefungua website ile ya Gava. I have applied my thing. Me apply. Kuangalia kana hilo, the closest I can get my passport ni January. Tuko November. So napiga sababu hizo imezi ngapi mtu wangu? Na sema shina mwenye pressure tu nataka pasi. Ai manze hapana. So I checked Mombasa, I checked Kisii, wapi, Kisumu. So the one that was closest to the date was Kisumu. Juu Kisumu manze mimi sina farm Kisumu. So instead I go and come back. Unajua Kisumu is maybe like 8 hours, maybe 9 hours on the road. I mean nani. Ndege. Muriozeng, kwani ni kesho nikipanda tu ndege mzee nilienda hadi JKIA. Nikachukua flights. Fast forward 1 hour 45 minutes nilikuwa Kisumu. So I got my passport from Kisumu, and then after that I came back. So in the process, msio road nasumbuana na ushko nataka passport. I had a friend of mine anaitwa Vincent, a very nice guy. So Vincent akauzileza, "Any aje mse, mimi namuuliza what's going on man? Can you give me a better deal like in Kuwait because you've been there for a couple of years?" I have a deal with Ushk because previously he was in Ushk, but I don't know what happened. He left. So he was like now he was under local hire. So he said, "I'm in this company and it's called Dolcini and I'm looking for baristas and I know you're a good barista. So of course, what do I do?" I told him, "Okay, just like link me up with them and then let's see what happens." Right now, niko na passport, niko na kila kitu nadai. So mboka ikiiva ni mimi nayo. So nani already nikatumia Ushk passport lakini Vincent bado haja confirm. So nimetumia Ushk already washaanza kuprocess visa and everything. So alafu side nyingine wakanambia they have a deal. Sasa Vini so mimi naambia wako na deal na hawa sasa wana offer transport na accommodation. Hawa sasa wanipea tu ganzi. Mimi naangalia hivi naona hapana. Nenda kwa wenyewe. Sijui nenda kaa wapi. Sijui nitakuwa na move around because of course it's a new place, you don't know how to move. So I thought like having accommodation and transport from this other side is a better deal because I'll get it. Mimi nani nikamwambia okay. So I had to call these other guys and tell them now you have to cancel my visa. They canceled the visa but they were very angry because they were like we got a barista from Kenya and everything is happening. So they canceled the deal. So these other guys they applied for the visa but the issue was they got my name wrong.
The visa.
Yeah. So the name on the passport and the name on the visa hazipelekani. So every time when I apply inakuwa declined. Waki apply inakuwa declined. So fast forward, bado niko mtaa, kumbuka nimepeana designation. Niko mtaa sina wera. Manze niko ndialas. Niko na kaja kulipa. Niko na tumbo nafanya kule. Na already mimi niko na job by maybe a month or two ndakuwa nimetoka naelekea Kuwait. So ile do nilikuwa yangu savings kidogo sana bado natumia. Na sasa kuitumia yote juu sila no niko na kitu yake kufanya. Wow. So after 3 months wananiambia hey bro we are sorry we got your name wrong, that's why your visa was keeping on declined and everything. You know mimi kaa tu home, so after to like because I'm a barista and I have the skill I can tu mahali kazi tu mahali nijishikilie before vitu vinaenda. So kuna there's a very tall building, a very nice one, a carved building. Inside there's a Muslim, I don't know if it's a Muslim or what, it's a Muslim restaurant. They have even camel milk and all that manze. Mimi kunywa maziwa ngamia manze maisha yangu yote. So sasa nafika huko napata wako na chai maziwa ngamia. Maziwa ngamia na kunywa maziwa ngamia. So I did there I applied to hata nikuwe barista for a short time. And then I'll pay my bills, I'll pay my dues as I wait for this to happen. So mimi nimekaa tu hivyo manze nikapiga ni to Regis iko tu hapo hivyo ukiingia tu hivyo on the back side kuna a carved building, a very nice building man. Still empty I think but still trying to fill it up, but sometimes you used to get busy like after they went to the mosque and everything they used to come. They have very nice food, they have biryani and everything. The food is like a small Kuwaiti something like that because they're very nice. They are Muslims but they still have like money, a lot of money because once there's this guy who came and said amekuja kwa mabunda amezekelea kwa meza sijui can show off. Manzi najiuliza wow. Wase kwa watu wangai ganji wapi? So na okay. Nimepiga mezi yangu ya kwanza. They were paying like hawako wanalipa pesa mzuri lakini they were paying. It's okay. Nishikilie tu manzi nilipe rent juu Nairobi tu nasema amsaid ni rent. Food I can manage so niko na buy unga zangu ziko kwa drawer. So mboga unaenda kama kwa madha kibanda hapo tu ni 10 bob 15 bob kwa fiti. Kanyama usiwe kwa nyama ya chwani msee. So una survive. So mimi nikapiga regis miezi mbili we got into a commotion with the management. Wananiambia ati kuna siku moja msee nafaa kwenda off, nafaa nipiga siku mzima. Lakini hawalipi siku mzima, wanataka kunipa siku nusu. So kama in a month, those are 4 days. Meaning I've worked like 8 days extra. You get? Mimi naambia msee hapana, tufanye hivi, mimi hizi siku tutanilipa. Jamaa amekataa. Niambia yes make. Bro safi. You're already not paying me enough. I'm doing the job right, but you still want me to work extra hours and you're not paying for it. So the second month, as you see now, it may happen already. Like in a point now, I'm tired of this thing. So now I'm say you have to pay me. So they said no and everything. So me, I told them okay, for real, staki bad blood, and I want to live in this place in good terms. Mimi nikatoka nikamwambia me actually this is the last month I'm working here. So by the end of the week, I want you to give me just my pay, I'll go. Instead of every time you're arguing about how I should work and how I should do my job, let me just live in peace and then I'll go. So mimi nimerudi mtaa tena. Niko jobless, niko juu kama mawe. Kazi tu ni kuziwasha tu, na relax, na kula, ile pesa uko nayo kidogo una spend. Finally, visa imekam. Visa ni ya Kuwait. Nimenaishi yangu yote na mimi nimepigia mkoro manze story ya kwa zile za whatever I've been working for is here now. So mimi huyo papers ziko set, nimeenda labor house manze sio wale nikulanga cabin. I went there for a whole week. So instead of wasekuniambia tu mimi nataka tu bribe. So unajua Kenya manze corruption tuko number 2. But tu unaniambia mimi nataka tu bribe tukusotie papers back and forth. Alafu unajua manze hiyo dosi na kushinda nime waste. So issue ilikuwa I'm going to Kuwait. Alafu niko na dreadlock. So sasa naangalia hivi na umri rasta huyu, wewe unataka kutuchomea huko hivyo. Kama mimi ninaenda kutafuta ganzi. So mimi ni pipa zangu niende.
So ukiwapatia ganji ndio sasa rasta utakuwa umebadilisha tabia.
Exactly. So mimi after hapo sinajua nimewapea 4 Gs. Mwanzo pipa zile sainiwa take hiyo siku jioni nilikuwa na pipa. Nikaenda nikachukua clearance ya police, nikachukua kila kitu, nikaenda embassy, nikalipa. So niko set. Ticket ndio hii. My friends. Funny thing ni ati sasa tunapiga hivi vida. Today is what? 25th? 26th. Today
Was your travel?
Today was my traveling. Kama leo manze niko excited mbaya. Niko na tiko, niko na kila kitu. So backdating 1 year, maybe like 365 days ago. Right now niko mtaani mzee najisikia tu manze ile mbaya. Niko na tiko, niko na
leo ni birthday yako ya Kuwait.
Banze leo ni birthday yangu ya Kuwait. Dada ni kama tu interview imekuja tu on point. We don't on the right time. So manze mimi niko na kila kitu, niko na tiko, nimejipanga, nimepigia mamuri wangu kwa bashka penga, nimewachafua. Sasa hizi Kenya manze imegrow like no one's business. Tuko na Expressway, exactly. Expressway. Mimi naambia mori wangu wewe uko na mchezo. Kama unipitishe Expressway mimi sikulipi. So nienda nipitishe Expressway ama nikata hiyo nini baya hapo. Anaambia usikuwa na already niko na pass kupata wapi? Expressway. Mtu wangu Expressway nywe. JKIA unaona imeandikwa in capital letters, nikajua yenyewe ndio hii siku. Tumefika mzee, tumefika airport tukaduka.
All this time ulikuwa nini senior barista na hujafika airport?
Mimi airport Java airport mimi nilikuwa nipigwa transfer in the airport, lakini back then I was doing IT. So I couldn't juggle like 3 shifts and also go to class. You get? So I told this guy, whoever was procuring like the thing to go to airport and everything, I told him, okay, mimi wasaniweka any branch, I don't have an issue, but airport stays up because I have classes after work. Okay, kwa ABC, so it was easy. So nilikuwa tunatoka tu ABC, it's a walking distance manze. At least alinisaidia. So mimi sikuenda JKIA isipokuwa the first time nikienda Kisumu, lakini sikupitanga Expressway. Ndio ndege imekaa mimi nimeingia ndani. Hivyo ilikuwa nafaa connect. Ilikuwa actually ilikuwa Egypt Airlines. Kupanda Egypt Airlines hadi Egypt. So funny thing ni ati this is my trip to Kuwait imenipeleka hadi Egypt. So you see, from Kenya to Egypt. It was nice though. Very nice. Yeah. Manze umefika huko hivyo unaangalia Egypt, manze unapitisha huko na ndege tu unaangalia venye kwanza desert manze imeshika, unaona pyramids on the side. It was a nice view. It was very nice. So mimi nilikuwa na relay almost like 6 hours. So I stayed in the airport for almost like 6 fucking hours manze. It was hectic, but eventually, actually I was the last person to get into the flight. So after I got in the flight, wakafunga mlango. So ilikuwa ni acha, mimi ningeachwa na hivyo. So I came to Kuwait. Nafika huku manze, mimi sikujua Kuwait is this hot. I never knew that. So mimi ingia airport of course it's cool because of the ACs and everything. Watch out, let them open the doors for the airport. Shit. It's like I was entering into an oven manze. It was hot. Because I think I came during summer at the same time here. It was hot. Mimi sijasikia joto kama hiyo manze, for real. So me I got in and I was like, hey manze, is this place this hot? I was like, yeah, this is the weather of Kuwait. I was like, shit. So me I was wondering, huku utakuja ukaje manze na hii joto. Sikujua manze mambo ati penye tunapeleka it's a nice place. There's an AC and everything. So
you thought yani life itakuwa
tricky manze, unaangalia joto na shinda huku utaishi aje mtu wangu. We ni noma. So me after they took me from the airport, the guys came wakanchukua. There was like 3 guys. There was the accountant and the two the managing the operations managers. They came from here. So they took my luggage. They said hi. They were very welcoming and it was. I felt safe and I felt like comfortable a bit. You know, it's a new place. You know no one.
First time out of Kenya.
First time out of. Actually, it was the second time because the first time I went to Rwanda to open a new branch for Java, but it was so it was a nice experience, but it was okay. So.
You can touch, unaweza kuzia hapo Rwanda.
Yeah, Rwanda actually it was a very nice place. We went to Rwanda for some time, and then, man, this place has very beautiful women, man. Wow, the women in this place, you like it. Yeah, they're just like a next level, man. So we went to Rwanda, we opened the new branch there, and then we came back to Kenya. So it was like a nice experience. So
how many branches do they have in Rwanda?
In Rwanda, I think there's only one branch at the moment. Maybe I don't know if they opened another one or so, but in Rwanda there's only like one branch. So it was a very nice place. So we went there, we trained the Rwandese, we give them some training and all that. And then I came back to Kenya and all that. So this is the second time I'm out of Kenya. They took me to a very nice apartment, manze. Hey, apartment ze chini iko na swimo. Iko na gym. Mimi najiuliza kwa nini nimekuja wapi manze huku hivi hadi nimekuja vacation. Nauza naingia hivi mzee, kuna bed, kuna fridge, kuna screen, kuna fridges. I'm like, wow. Okay, this is nice. This is nice. And then naangalia kitita kenye nalipo mzee na vanilla nimeweka na sema yenyewe nimefika. Nimefika. Najaribu kupiga tali yangu times Kenyan money naona ai. Huyu yenyewe unijaja. See, it's only God who can do this, man. Not even a man. So it was nice though.
And the other thing pia ulikuwa na Vini pia.
Yeah, and I had Vini also, and the guy we've done tumefanya kazi na yeye back in Java. We're like very good friends. So they dropped me in the apartment. I had nothing. So the guys who were there, they had a Moroccan guy and an Indian. They were very friendly. They were chefs. So they welcomed me, and then they bought me my fast food. The next day, like 2 days, I had to rest. The next day I went to the shop. That's where I met Vini. He was also welcoming. He showed me the ins and outs of Dolcini. And then ever since, one thing after another, we've been doing it. So it may happen. Tumetoka all the way from stewarding, tumeuza maji, tumefanya exhauster, tumefanya all types of jobs manzi. Before tufike this point, imekuwa like a long journey. But it has been worth it because I've learned a couple of things along the way. It has been hard, but also very, very, very enjoyable because I learned a lot from Java. I learned communication skills. I learned accounting of my counter. I learned so it was just like a small school, man. Coffee. From bean to cup. I even went for competition, for barista competition also. nikakuja nikiwa runners up, we got some prizes from there, I got a certificate, so at least kuna hiyo acknowledgement ya zile vitu nimekuwa nikiaccomplish tu. So it has been a long journey, so maybe like a couple of years, but still we are going strong, and we are here now. So from here, I don't know what's next, but only God can tell, because we have like big plans. We came here so that we can look for the money, do something big at home, and all that. So I appreciate the journey, and funny thing is that I never got a chance to tell my story as I have told when nimesema kwa Gante's Creation. It's an honor to be in this show. So what I would say is that keep up the good job, man. There's a lot of people out here that have like encouraging stories, like where they came from, what they did, and I want to say kuambia, unajua, you never know who's listening, you never know who's watching. Maybe it will inspire someone to do something different, someone to take a step forward. So because if I did not like push myself to this point, maybe I'll be still back in the car wash place. Or maybe I'll be still back in Kanungaka and everything. So
Maybe you ungekuwa one of the guys wako.
manze, nilikuwa na bado napiga wasee huko hivi, unajua ilikuwa unaweka kimbao hapa. Ukishika hivi mtu wangu huwezi jitoa. Unakuni hapo safi. So zilikuwa safi. So maybe because of my grit and my business orientation, like everything, my side hustles, my hard work and everything, I got like a couple of people like who supported me. There was Mr. Mutie. He was a good teacher, a good mentor, taught me a lot of things. There was Elvis, who was my head barista. There was Nsabwa. They taught me like a variety of stuff on how to handle people, how to be a leader, how to make good coffee, how to taste my coffee and everything. So it has been a learning process. As we say, every day is a learning day. I'm still learning. I don't know everything, of course, but I'm still learning. And I still have space to grow and all that. So yeah, we're here now, and we're still aiming higher and everything. So things will happen, inshallah, manze. You know, God is, they say jajaranting, so he's the one who's running this stuff. You never know this. I'm 1 year now in Kuwait. Maybe by the time I am done, I will not be a barista. Maybe I'll be something higher, maybe a director, or maybe coffee something. You never know what happens. So it's all about God. So what I would say to people that are watching, that nothing is in, yeah. What I would say for us wanna watch this show is that before tufike hapo, unafaa like, subscribe, na uguze hiyo bell hapo chini, man. You get? So from there, and then you can get like good context from it. There's a lot of stories from different people. I'll say what watakwambia their life stories. You'll get to know where they came from and what they're doing and where they are at the moment. So it's for me, it inspire a lot to be at this point, and I know that there's still more. There's more to the journey, because we say it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and we're still running. So yeah, so I would appreciate that people should come to the channel. See, this guy is doing like a lot of good stuff, man. Very good stuff. So thanks, Manze, for the interview. Thank you for letting me tell my story. Nimeshukuru. Big time, Manze, you're doing good job. Yeah, Manze, nime explain. Almost, Manze, sijalala the whole night. Manze, nimetoka night shift. So, but because we're supporting our own, we have to do this. We support him. And also you people out there, support the guy. Even you can start something on the side. You can do your work, and then at night, take some videos, man. Post them. You never know who's watching. Maybe someone will be watching outside there, and then will call you, and then it's a new gig. You're making money from the side, but it's a process. As long as you start, it will happen. And thanks, and I'm glad.
What can you tell mwenye anafika yani amefika tu kwa kona yani anaoni mbele yani?
So personally, sometimes all of us are like, we get to the wall, but remember, pray. Prayer, Manze, opens doors that no man can open. So pray, ask God what you want, and from my story and what I've been going through, I would say nimeachieve kila kitu nilikuwa nataka. Not within the period that I wanted, but eventually. Meaning, there's a higher power. mwenye ana oversee kila kitu, mwenye anafanya vitu zina happen.
Now God's time.
Yeah, in God's time, as they say. So just make sure, even if you're at the corner, don't just stay like usikae tu hivyo. Find something to do and pray, and then doors will open. And also like look for different opportunities. You never know which door will open or which door is open that you're supposed just to go in. So try everything that you can try. Push all the doors, push everyone, call them, text them.
Kama pali umeni-inspire, yani from kuosha gari, kama ungebaki pale kwa kuosha gari, usidandie hiyo gari uende Java.
Manze singefika penye niko sasa hivi. Hata singejua kuna
Dandia tu lift uende.
singejua kama sio lift manze ile nitoa hapo ati nene Java inakaa aje. Singekuwa na interest ya kuuliza msee, how do I apply? How do I get into Java? Na kama singeingia Java, singekuwa barista. Unaget? Pengine ningekuwa something different. Unaget? So it's all about one thing leads to another. Another one leads to another. So ni kama ni bora as long as unacheza tu na puzzle yako mzee. At the end of it utafika tu at the top, utakuwa umecomplete boxes zako zote. And you never know. So thanks for hosting me and Gantes Creation. All day, all day. Hey, Buddha. Dini mumona haga walai. Hey. Shit. Saa ngapi? Saa 5?
Yes, 10 minutes to. Oh shit. Yeah, tuende.
Tuzidi.
Zidi.
Ulikama